Hi, welcome to assignment 5 called A Class Apart, Hernandez versus the State of Texas. In this article, you will read about how a field hand named Pedro Hernandez killed his boss. And they argued it all the way to the Supreme Court that Hernandez did not receive a fair trial because his entire jury was full of white people, that there wasn't any Mexican American individuals on his jury. And they went all the way to the Supreme Court arguing that Mexican Americans were their own race and that they deserved equal rights the same way that African Americans had won their equal rights. This was a highly risky move because if they won the Supreme Court ruling, then African Americans would be treated as a separate race and therefore would have their separate and would have equal rights. If they lost the Supreme Court, then this would mean they would go back to being treated as second-class citizens. This all came as about, again, at the end of World War II. People would come back being war heroes and then were segregated against. There were signs that would say in restaurants, no blacks, no Mexicans, no dogs. And those signs were very offensive, but it showed how that they took the Mexican American culture and that they devalued it. So this was a really important ruling. There's a News ELA article about that, and there are just 4 questions that follow. Please go back. Please read for information. Go back and underline your answers. If you have any questions or don't understand it, please feel free to contact me. And my number and information is at the end of the video. So this is a time where people stood up, had conviction, and there are a lot of other wonderful Mexican Americans who stood up for civil rights, and I wish we had time to cover all of those. They were covered during the regular remote learning and would have been in the regular classroom, which we didn't get to have. But for example, Henry B. Gonzalez, if you go down to San Antonio, the convention center is named for him. He was a physician and a politician. Garcia. There are lots of different people, and if you are interested, you can Google famous his Mexican Americans in the civil rights movement, and you will get a lot of information. So work hard. You're almost there. Number 5. Keep working.